Hello and welcome to Tapping Tips Tuesday. My name's Katie Walker. I'm an EFT trainer, mentor and practitioner. And this week I wanted to talk to you about finding that voice. I work with a lot of women to help them reconnect back to themselves. And that's really, I guess, showing up, doing and being who they have this vision of, but just aren't there yet and really struggle to kind of follow that path that they would really love. And a lot of the time, it comes down to how they relate and how they relate to others and how they want to be able to speak authentically and really speak their truth. And so what I wanted to talk to you today was about how to use emotional freedom techniques, aka tapping, to have conversations that would potentially make you feel uncomfortable. Now, this can be within the family environment, it can be with your lover, it can be with your child, it can be in the work environment, but really being able to honor what's within and how you want to express it. And to come from a really loving space and place, and not to come from a place of fear or worry or nerves or anxiousness, thinking, oh, how is that going to be seen? How's that going to be heard? I can't even get it out because it just feels too much. So I want to be able to show you what that might look like if you are to have a conversation, thinking about having a conversation with someone. And we're going to today choose a situation in a work environment. So imagine you work with someone that triggers you day in, day out. Can't be enjoyable, that one, but I know that that is real and that happens every day. For a lot of people, they go into a work environment where, you know, in the main, it's awesome. They love their job, but there's one or two people in that space that they just go, oh my gosh, I either tremble, fear, back off, shut down, get angry, come across in a really aggressive way to protect. So they're either standing and fighting verbally or in a passive aggressive way. They're either getting the hell out of there and going, don't even want to, and they run away, and then they don't get to speak their truth, or go into a shutdown, freeze response, where they just don't know, can't do, and again, not saying what they want to. So, you know, I want to be able to help you have a tool that's going to be able to allow for those conversations to happen. And let's just take that corporate environment. So imagine you are thinking about going into a meeting and XYZ is going to be sitting there. Just the look of them is enough to send you over the edge, whether it be, let's just talk about feeling angry. Let's talk about anger, what might show up in that person's presence, because anger is enough to cause you a little bit of problems in that work environment. So you're walking into a meeting, you see Bill sitting in the corner, and Bill just Bill's presence is enough to trigger you. Now, what we potentially can assume is that Bill, although Bill has these personality and the way he communicates and the way he shows up is that trigger, but potentially Bill is a connection to someone else in your past, and it's coming up in this space and doing that triggering for you. So that's just a side note. So thinking about Bill, you're going into this meeting, you know that Bill's going to have an opinion about something, and you're already anticipating you're feeling angry about him opening his voice, and he might have that opinion at you, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, and your body's going into activation before you even get into the meeting. So your poor little system's already ready to go, ready to fight, or ready to do whatever it needs to do. So here we go. Thinking about going in, seeing Bill, you know Bill's going to have a comment about something. It's going to piss you off. And we want to make sure that if you can go into that meeting not already activated and you're in a calmer state, when Bill opens his mouth, you might find that your response is a little different. Your little system might not arc up as it normally would. So if we can allow for that to happen, imagine what the possibilities in a work environment. Because if you change your energetic state and how you're showing up around Bill, Bill might respond in kind. Okay. So what it would look like is we think about that scenario. We look at the emotion that shows up. So in this case, I'm using the emotion of anger. we rate it. So if you've seen previous tapping tips, you know that we're rating the emotion that we're working on so that we can test whether it's coming down as we're doing the tapping, because that's what we want to know, what we're doing is actually working. And then I would sit here and go, am I feeling that anywhere in my body? If you don't feel it anywhere in your body, that's okay. But if you're noticing the emotion showing up in your chest, in your stomach, in your solar plexus, just kind of tune into your body and see if it is showing up anywhere. Here's what it would look like. I'm just going to say it's in my chest. So even though I feel this anger and I feel it in my chest, just thinking about going into that meeting tomorrow and seeing Bill, I know Bill's going to have an opinion about what I have to say. And I already feel angry just thinking about it. But I can still deeply and completely accept myself. And even though I feel this anger in my chest, just thinking about going into that meeting tomorrow and seeing Bill, I know he's going to have a comment or an opinion about something I say. And I'm already feeling angry just thinking about it. But I can still deeply and completely accept myself. And even though I'm feeling this anger in my chest, just thinking about going into that meeting tomorrow, seeing Bill, I know Bill's going to have a little comment or an opinion about something I say, because he always does. Just imagining that happening tomorrow, I feel angry, but I can still deeply and completely accept myself. Top of the head, this is where we just repeat the emotion, feeling anger. Start of the eyebrow, feeling this anger. Side of the eye, feeling this anger. Under the eye, feeling anger. Under the nose, feeling this anger. Under the lip, feeling anger. Collarbone, feeling this anger. Under the arm, feeling anger. Okay. We come back to the side of the hand. And we think about tomorrow, the meeting, Bill. Bill's going to make a comment or give an opinion about something that you say. How's that anger? Tuning in, 0 to 10. If it hasn't come down or it's come down slightly, you're just going to do that again. Even though I feel this anger, and if it's still in your chest, I feel it in my chest, thinking about tomorrow. And Bill making a comment and having an opinion about what I have to say. Just thinking about that now, I feel angry. I still deeply and completely accept myself. And you repeat that another 2 times. The emotion's anger. Or if it's changed to disappointment or resentment or just irritation, frustration, annoyance, just notice if the emotion changes. In your mind's eye, you've got this picture of Bill walking into the meeting. He's going to make a comment based on something you've said. Do as many rounds as you need to bring down all the different layers, a layer upon layer upon layer. You might find that the emotion keeps changing, but just keep using the changing emotion, rate it, get it down, try and get all the emotions down to 0 if you can. Because what you might find, as I said earlier, is you'll go into that meeting and you'll be neutral. And Bill can have an opinion. Bill can make a comment and you aren't triggered. And then when you're not triggered and you're staying in that calm state in that meeting, you are going to be able to speak your truth, give your opinion without it being in that anticipation of what might happen or that energy of anger, speaking in a calm way. And you might find with the ability, your prefrontal cortex, which will be online rather than offline when you're activated, you might find some even greater brilliance comes out because you're in a calm state. What you might find, though, as you are doing that particular event in the future, you might remember something, an event or a situation from the past where Bill has said a comment or maybe someone else has. Just note that because you can apply the same process with that past event. So thinking about 2 weeks ago when XYZ said blah, blah, blah to something I had said, notice the emotion, 0 to 10, rate it. Are you noticing it in your body? And then you're just kind of going backwards. So I hope this has been useful. And the reason why we're doing this is just so that you can show up, be you, without being triggered. Your nervous system is in a calm state. You're not spiking. Because when our nervous system is actually impacted the way it can be in these situations regularly, that's not good for all other parts of us. So we just need to do what we can to stay as calm as we can and allow for that nervous system to respond in a calm manner. So I hope this has been useful. If you have any questions, you want to know more, go to my website, www.katiewalkereft.com, or email me at hello@katiewalkereft.com. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Take care and good luck.